Hello friends, how are you? In the last video, we'll talk about basic association mining or association analysis. So here you have seen that purchase behavior. First of all, we have to analyze the purchase behavior using the transaction database, and we have seen what is support and what is confidence. And after that, so if 5 items are there, so total combination must be there. So in this particular table, we have identified this is the transaction database, and these are first of all you have to calculate the frequencies of all the combinations, and we have to calculate the support. After that, we have to identify whether how to calculate how to get the rules, and how to say which one is the rule, which one is not the rule. And after that, the basic steps. First of all, it is frequent item sets and what is rule generation. Now in this video, we'll talk about the frequent item set generation. Okay, so here using a lattice structure can be used to enumerate the list of all possible item sets. So using lattice structure, we can get all the rules. So how to get this particular lattice structure? Suppose total 4 items are there, say A, B, C and D. So what is K? Total number of items, say 4. So total number of combinations should be what? 2 to the power K minus 1, that is 2 to the power 4 minus 1. Total 15 combinations must be there. Okay, so 15 frequent item sets are there. So starting from null, we can start with null. Then 4 items are there, say A, B, C and D. Okay, after that we have to identify the combination. Say it is AB, okay, AC, AD, then BC, then BD. Okay, so how to get this AB, AC, AD, BC and BD? So from AB, AC, A and C, how to get AD, A and D, how to get BC, and how to get BD, B and D. Okay, similarly, so combination of 3 items, so ABC, we can get ABD, ACD and BCD. So how to get ABC, ABD, ACD and BCD? So ABC, so by combination of these two. Then ABC, from this also we can get ABC. Okay, next ABD, so from this as well as from this also. ACD, from this be a CD. Okay, C and D. After that it is BCD. So BCD, how to get BCD? So from this we can get, and from this also we can get. So and after that it is ABCD, combination of ABCD. So from all. So total 15, there must be 15. Okay, there must be 15 combination. You can see check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, so it is called lattice structure. In this, through this lattice structure, we can get all the combinations. Now, to get the frequent item set generation, we may apply brute force approach. Okay, so to find frequent item sets, to determine the support count for every candidate item sets in the lattice structure. So in the last video, we have seen that we have identified all the combinations, and we identify all the support count, and after that we can get the rule candidate item sets. Now it is a very much time consuming. So suppose first of all you have to see what is the complexity of this particular method, brute force method. So in the brute force methods, we can see we have seen the table. So this is a table, this is a transaction table. Here, say this is the n number of, say, transactions are there, assume. Okay, assume n number of transactions are there, and say total combinations, say total combination, say it is capital M. So total combination, say So M is the total number of combination, okay, and N is the total transaction site, and say D is the width, okay. So capital D is a width, maximum item sets. So maximum item set here it is what, 1 2 3 4, so D is equal to 4. So what is the complexity of brute force algorithm is what, M, N and D, okay. So where M is what, total number of combinations, N is what, total transaction site, and D is the total width of the maximum width of the transaction ID, okay. So the complexity of brute force is what, M and D is very time complex. So therefore we need something special type of algorithm so that we can reduce this type of complexity, okay. So the objective is what, reduce the complexity of frequent item set generation, okay. So we can reduce by 2 ways. Reduce the number of candidate item sets, okay. So reduce the number of candidate item sets by eliminating some candidate items, okay. So these are, say if these are the item sets, so these are the candidates, these are all the candidates. So if you remove any one of that, so that means what, you have to remove the candidate item set to reduce the table size. And the second is what, reduce the number of comparisons. So in that case we have to apply the advanced data structure. So there are two basic strategies we can implement to increase the efficiency of the association mining algorithm. So first one is what, reduce the number of candidate item sets, okay. So how it is possible, by eliminating some candidate item sets. And second is what, reduce the number of comparison, reduce the number of comparison by applying various data structure. तो एसोसिएशन रूल माइनिंग में अगर मुझे रूल्स निकालना है तो पहले हम लोग को फ्रीक्वेंसी सपोर्ट काउंट निकालना होगा. तो इसका कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कितना है हम लोग देखें, एम एन डी, ओके. सो हम लोग इसको रिड्यूस कर कैसे करेंगे, दो तरीका है जिससे हम लोग कर सकते हैं. एक है रिड्यूस द नंबर ऑफ कैंडिडेट आइटम सेट. इसमें हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हम लोग कुछ एलिमिनेट कर देंगे कैंडिडेट को. और दूसरा तरीका क्या है, रिड्यूस द नंबर ऑफ कंपैरिजन. हम लोग कंपैरिजन को कम कर देंगे. इससे क्या होगा कि इसका एफिशिएंसी बढ़ जाएगा. ये कैसे इंप्लीमेंट होगा, हम लोग एडवांस डेटा स्ट्रक्चर अप्लाई करेंगे. So first of all, see what is a priori principle. What is a priori principle? So the a priori principle is how the support measure helps to reduce the number of candidate item set explored during frequent item set generation. Now the a priori principle, if an item set is frequent, then all of its subsets must also be frequent. So what is the meaning of that? Suppose subsets say A, B and D. So the what is a priori principle? If an item set is frequent, then all of its subset must also be frequent. So if ABD is frequent, that means subset means what? AB, AD, BD, ABD, all must be frequent. Okay. So this is what a priori principle. Similarly, if AB is infrequent, then all of its superset must be infrequent. Similarly, suppose CE is infrequent. So ACE, okay, then BCE, then ABCE, all must be infrequent. All must be infrequent. So a priori क्या बोल रहे हैं कि अगर ABD अगर फ्रीक्वेंट है तो उसका जो सबसेट है AB, AD, BD, ABD ऑल, ये सब के सब फ्रीक्वेंट होगा. ठीक है. और दूसरी तरह से ये क्या बोल रहा है कि अगर कोई CE अगर इनफ्रीक्वेंट है, अगर इसका फ्रीक्वेंसी कम है, तो इसका जितना भी सुपरसेट इसके साथ जितना भी ऐड करते जाएंगे वो सब भी क्या होगा, इनफ्रीक्वेंट होगा. ठीक है. तो ये सब भी क्या होगा, इनफ्रीक्वेंट, फ्रीक्वेंसी इसका कम रहेगा. So therefore the entire subgraph containing the superset of AB can be pruned immediately once AB is found to be infrequent. This strategy of trimming the exponential search space based on the support measure is known as support based pruning. So suppose it is seen that we assume it is seen that D is infrequent. Okay, suppose we have implement the suppose so say it is say 5 frequency, say 5, say it is 6, it is 3, and it is 1. So its frequency is what? Very less. So definitely, so the superset of D means where the D is there, say we can eliminate this one. Okay, we can eliminate this one. Similarly, we can eliminate this one. So if it is eliminated, that means what? You can reducing this one also. So that means we have to eliminate this one, and this one, and finally this one also. Okay, so this is called support based pruning. So that means what? Therefore the entire subgraph containing the superset of AB. So D के साथ जो भी है, जहाँ जहाँ D है उसको हम लोग हटा देंगे. तो ये अगर हट गया, ये अगर हट गया, तो इसका जितना भी कॉम्बिनेशन बनेगा वो सब भी हट जाएगा. Wherever D is there, so you have to eliminate all the nodes. That means in this way we can reduce the size of the graph. So we can see one simple one particular example through which we can explain it. Suppose frequent item set generation in the a priori algorithm. So just take one simple example through which you can explain. Suppose there is one table is there, say it is transaction ID is there. Say 1 2 3 4 5, so total 6, say k is equal to 6, total 6 items are there. Say assume A is equal to bread, B is equal to milk, C is equal to diapers, D is equal to beer, E is equal to egg, F is equal to chocolate. So first of all we have to identify one candidate item set. So one item set. Okay, so the items are items and the count. So A, B, so how many A are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many B are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many C are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many D are there? 1, 2, 3. How many E are there? It is say 1. And how many F are there? It is 1, 2. Okay, now support we have to calculate. Already you know how to calculate the support. So that means frequency by total. So 1 2 3, so total transaction 1 2 3 4 5 total. So 4 by 5 into 100, so that is 80%. Okay, similarly and 40%. Now we assume that the let support threshold is 60%. Assume support threshold is 60%. So eliminate all those item sets whose support is less than 60%. So less than 60%, these are so here support is what? 20%. So you have to eliminate this one as well as eliminate this one. So we have to remove these two lines. Now after that we have to generate the two item set candidate two item sets. So for two item sets, so we have to see the table. So we have to ignore this E and F. So this should be what? It is AB, AC, AD, BC, BD and CD. Okay, so AB, AC, AD, BC, BD and CD. So how many AB are there? We have to check whether how many AB are there. 1, 2, 3. So total 3 AB are there. Okay, so this is what? Two item set. This is the table for one item, this is the table for two item. How many AC are there? It is also 3. How many AD, CD? It is 3. तो BD कितना सारा है? BD है यहाँ पर है 1, 2 है ना. सिमिलरली CD कितना सारा है? CD है 1, 2 और 3. और हम लोग को फिर सपोर्ट निकालना होगा. सो टोटल ट्रांजैक्शन 5, सो 3 by 5, so 3 by 5 into 100, that is what? 60%. Okay, 60%, say 60%. So already we have set the threshold is, so जिसका frequency set support threshold 60% से कम है, हम लोग को eliminate करना होगा. So in this case, so we have to eliminate this AD, okay, as well as this one BD. So in successive tables, total number of item sets are reduced. Okay. So after that, we have to identify the 3 item sets. So 3 item sets and ACD. So ABC it is 2. ACD is what? It is 2. And we have to stop because no item set is more than 60%. So 2 by 6. So 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 means what is 40% and 40%. So we have to stop the process. So you can see here, if you apply simple technique, if you apply simple brute force technique, so total number of combinations should be what? Say K is the total number of item sets. So it is what? KC1 for first item set, KC2 for 2 item set, KC3 for 3 item sets. So total 6 plus 15 plus 20, it is 41. Now in this case, and in this case, okay, so if you apply simple brute force algorithm, so for first item set total number of KC1, for second item set KC2, for third item set KC1. So if K is equal to 6, so 6C1 it is 6, 6C2 it is 15, 6C3 it is 20. So total 41 combination must be there. But if you use this particular technique, okay, support based pruning, then in support based pruning, so it is KC1 plus 4C2, okay. So first of all it is 6C1, total 6 combinations are there, then 4C2, okay. After that it is 2, it is 2. So 6 plus 2, it is total 14 combinations. So you can see here, if you apply simple brute force techniques, it is 41, but if you apply support based pruning, then it is 14. So ये support based pruning से हम लोग क्या करना है, combination जो है वो कम बन रहा है. अगर brute force अप्लाई करेंगे तो 41 से निकालना पड़ेगा और इससे कितना होगा, 14 निकालना होगा. तो डेफिनेटली नंबर ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन कम हो रहा है, तो इसीलिए हम लोग को आसानी से हम लोग को रूल्स मिल रहा है. In the next video, we'll talk about rule generation. And that is the end of this particular video. Thank you very much.